Hi everyone, my name is Christy and I'm the Executive Director of Rooted Wisdom Africa. So you're receiving this because you helped positively influence the organization in 2023, whether it be through coming to Uganda through one of our insight trips, donating, volunteering, advocating for our programs or our schools, opening doors such as book clubs, churches, whatever you did, you were a part of the reason we get to celebrate today. So this is just going out to people who considered us this last year and made some significant investments. So first, thank you. The intention of this is to provide you with an update. So as many of you know, there was a State of Union for our government. And so we decided to do the State of Rooted Wisdom Africa. So over the next couple minutes, I'm going to talk to you about what we have done this last year through your contributions and support and what we're doing in 2024. So as you can see, this is low budget. I am recording this on my phone and I am sitting in my dining room. So the intention behind this is to just have a really laid back conversation about this is where we're at, this is what we want to share and celebrate together. So with that in mind, let's talk about 2023. So in 2023, we had over 433 students that received life skills scholarships through our secondary school program and our collegiate education training program. We offered over 156,000 free meals to our secondary school kids at Nadagwe Secondary School in St. James. We started a out-of-school youth project where we came alongside 25 youth. 84% of them are young mothers who were pushed out during COVID, and so we came alongside them to give them with the tools so that they could support their young families, either through income generation or the opportunity to hopefully go back to school, right? Beyond that, we have had 95 women graduate our Women's Enterprise Training Program to launch businesses, and we graduated our first 3 cohorts of our Farmer Field School program, and I'll talk a little bit more about that program later on, but the outcome of that was over 31,000 bundles of food that were grown through these individuals, these 154 people, which not only feeds their families, but it grows their income, and then it offers opportunities for community members who are outside the program to be positively impacted. Last year, we also saw a 166% increase in giving on Colorado Gives Day compared to 2022. So that's huge, right? That's an incredible thing. So thank you for all of you who came forward and said, I'm including you in your end of year giving. We felt it. We felt loved. Beyond that, from a fiscal standpoint, 2023 was our 3rd best year. That was surpassed by 2021 and 2022. So we're on this upward trajectory. We're seeing some growth in the organization. We're seeing some revenue at the highest we've ever had in the last 16 years. So this is so many things to be appreciative for and to celebrate. So when you think about the trends, okay, so this tells you a little bit where we are. So what's happening on a broader scale? There was a 10% decline in the number of donors who gave during Giving Tuesday this last year. And there's a group called the Fundraising Effectiveness Project, and they look at data of what are people giving to, what are the contribution levels, and so on. And there's 2 different points that I want to note here. The first one is that they have seen almost an 8% decline for the 8th quarter in a row of donors who are giving during quarter 3 of 2023, and new donors were down almost 17%. So that's what's happening in the nonprofit realm, and yet we have so much to celebrate. I can tell you personal stories about how some of my colleagues, they're concerned about payroll. They can't scale their programs because they're having a cash flow issue. We fiscally are in a very strong point where we don't have those challenges where we have to scramble to make payroll this month, next month, or even subsequent months. We take a very conservative approach to our budget, and so those aren't challenges that we have. So again, thank you for coming forward, for being a part of our community who says, this is important to me, I'm going to give, because this is the fruition. All of these things, all the things we were able to do in 2023 are because you've stepped forward and said, I'm with you. So we have a lot to celebrate, and I just, again, want to pause and just appreciate you. Beyond that, let's talk a little bit about what we're doing in 2024. In 2024, we will be coming alongside 5 new cohorts of our Farmer Field School program. And this program is designed to start vegetable gardens. The intention behind this is, number 1, to help Ugandans feed their families. Number 2, it's to grow income. So we want to expand their gardens so that they can, number 1, feed their families, and number 2, sell the excess vegetables to grow their income. Beyond that, we will be launching a new group of our Women's Enterprise Training Program. So we help Ugandan women, primarily those who have little to no educational background, start businesses. And we give them business training classes, vocational training, agriculture classes, and then startup funds to either launch or expand a business. We also will have 50 women who are currently in our program graduate later on this year. We had our second cohort of our Elevate Youth Project. Again, those are the kiddos who were pushed out during COVID. This is the first time that we had a mixed group, so we had both girls and boys. There's 70 out-of-school youth who will be graduating later on this year. Beyond that, we have over 291 secondary school kids and vocational college students in our nursing programs, our teaching programs, our veterinary programs, who will continue to receive academic scholarships, life skills classes, and free lunch. In particular, we will be providing over 110,000 meals to our kids who are in school, so that every day when they come to class, they don't have to worry about the issues that come along with hunger pains, or they can't focus, they have headaches, whatever it may be. We want to take that barrier away from these kiddos and give them the best opportunities to learn and succeed. So we're giving over 110,000 meals in 2024. We also have some new board members coming in. So some skill sets that we really feel we need to strengthen are around our strategic planning, our human resources, and our public relations. So over the next few months, you'll see some new introductions of some board members who have joined our U.S. board, and we also still have a Ugandan board comprised of 10 members. So there's so many good things that are happening in the Rooted world in 2024. And we also have a big announcement that's coming, so I can't wait to share it. If you remember the why behind our name, right? This is the reason, right? We didn't just change our name because we wanted a name change. There was intentionality behind that to say, here's the vision of Rooted Wisdom Africa. How do we make the most significant impact? And it goes back to this project. So we're going to be sharing a little bit more about that in the coming weeks. So as we start rolling out 2024, we have 3 opportunities and asks for you. This first opportunity is around monthly giving. So Rooted Wisdom Africa has 21 donors who donate every month, raising over $1,800. And so what happens is during quarter 3 and quarter 4, this is where we raise all of our funding. We want to be more strategic around this to say, can we increase our monthly cash flow so that we can plan ahead with projections, which will also increase our opportunities for funding with foundations when we have more cash flow throughout the year instead of always during quarter 4. But also, it gives us a better trajectory of how are we doing, right? Our fiscal year is from January to December, and so it's really in December post-December, where we figure out, okay, this is how we did from a fiscal standpoint. We'd like to have more prompts throughout the year where we can say, okay, we're on track, we're doing really good. We can offer another Women's Enterprise program. We can offer more scholarships to students because we have this ongoing cash flow that we can commit to, or that people have committed to our work, and that we feel secure about. And again, starting a new cohort, a new scholarship, a new program. So that's ask number 1. So if you can, and you're in a spot where you can donate a minimum of $25 a month and join our monthly contributor list, our monthly donors, that would be fantastic. That would make a significant difference for us. And our goal is to double that. So we're talking about 21 people coming forward in 2024 to say, yes, I can do this. I'm willing to commit to a minimum of $25 or more. Ask number two, may we have dinner with you? And this is a bit of a funny ask in some ways. And yet, this is, I think, one of the best ways that we can share about our work. So we hear these incredible stories about lives changed where women who used to sit on dirt floors because they in the dark for dinner because they didn't have enough money to buy a candle, and yet now they have solar lights and their kids are in school and they're thriving. They have multiple businesses, they built a house. We see kids who, for the first time ever, they're the first one graduating in their family's secondary school and college. So many wonderful things. And so we want to be able to grow our audience. We are still a very small nonprofit. And as we explore how to reach more people, one of the ideas that we really want to take on this year is, can we invite people into what we're doing? And it's through sharing a meal. So the ask is, would you be willing to host us if you're out of state virtually? We'll give you tools. Or if you're in Colorado, can we come to your house, and would you be willing to invite some friends over, and can we share a meal together? Where we talk about Uganda in general, we talk about what we're doing in a very low pressure, authentic way. So that's number two. Again, having us over for dinner. And that's already something that you're doing, right? You're already eating meals. Can we come spend an hour with you? Number three, we have thought a lot about this idea around community. And since COVID, we haven't had any in-person events. Now, we want to give you opportunities to engage. We want to offer, invitations to meet other people who have like interests in this work as you do through in-person and virtual events. But we also want to give you an opportunity to volunteer if that's where your heart is at. So we have a volunteer committee that we're getting ready to start. We also have needs such as things as simple as stuffing envelopes to send out in newsletters to representing us at a booth. Those are all things that we could really use some support with. Making videos where we can, for those of you who are really tech inclined, who can create these 30-second videos about our farmer field school, our life skills, our women's enterprise, all these great opportunities. So that's number three. So to review, number one is, would you be willing to become a monthly contributor through $25 or more? Number two is, can we share a meal with you, and would you be willing to invite some friends over where we talk and we hang out for an hour? And number three, would you be willing to volunteer? So I'm hoping that this is helpful for you to just connect in this, hopefully, this feels organic. It's just a conversation. So to sum it up, we are in a strong financial state, but there's opportunities. There's opportunities for growth. And when we look at our budget, just to give you an idea of how this works. So our budget is built, and we've committed to all the things that I mentioned, right? We have a new cohort of our Women's Enterprise Program. We have almost 300 kids who we're giving scholarships to. We have 5 new Farmer Field School cohorts. How we introduce new programs is based on revenue throughout the year, right? So if we have a big grant that comes in, we're able to, again, offer another cohort of our Women's Enterprise, or we're able to offer additional scholarships. So that's how all of this works from a fiscal standpoint. But again, we're just so grateful. We're grateful that everything that we get to do in 2024 is because you decided to support this work in 2023. So this is the fruition of your effort. This is what we get to do because you came forward and said, I believe in this work. I'm going to continue supporting it. I'm going to advocate for it. So again, thank you for listening to this State of the Union of Rooted Wisdom Africa. And if you have questions, again, please reach out. We want this to be a dialogue where, we're connecting on an ongoing basis. But thanks so much for watching and for your time and for your generosity, for your acts of kindness, for your volunteerism. All of this makes the work that we do in Uganda possible. Thanks so much. Bye.